Talk about the author in focus, Priti Omregar's book, Maya's Holy. The book is about Maya, a little girl who feels sad when her friends play Holi without her. But she learns to forgive and be nice to them. The story teaches us to forgive and friendship about friendship. I like this book because it has taught me about friendship and kindness. So read it. That is exactly what life is all about. We should all read this book because we have just celebrated the Festival of Colors. So read it. It's in the library. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Projects play an important role in a student's life as they make learning more meaningful and engaging. Today, our assembly is based on our project, which was inspired by the poem The Monkey and the Crocodile by Vikram Seth. Through this delightful and thought provoking poem, we explored the problem statement: why are rivers important and why do we have to take care of them? We integrated geography with literature, art, vernacular language, and other subjects, bringing the messages and characters of the tale to life through creative work. The following are the aims and objectives: to help students understand the message of the poem The Crocodile and the Monkey from Beastly Tales by Hayden Den from Vikram Seth and connect its moral with real life situations through group activity. To become familiar with rivers of different regions of India, to understand how rivers bring water to fields and villages, supporting farming and daily life, to develop appreciation for India's natural beauty. To encourage students to reflect on how wisdom and presence of mind can help in difficult situations, to understand the characters, emotions, and lessons of the crocodile and the monkey by Vikram Seth by identifying, sequencing, and retelling key events while developing critical and creative thinking, logical analysis, information literacy, and problem solving skills, to express ideas through writing, drawing, and digital style communication, enhancing vocabulary and developing communication, creativity, and innovation, to promote teamwork and personal development while building social emotional skills such as compassion, decision making, and responsible citizenship. Class 3 students worked on a creative group activity based on The Crocodile and the Monkey by Vikram Singh, titled The Noble Tree. After reading the poem and discussing its lessons about wisdom and courage, we reflected on how the story is set near the river. We learned that rivers are an important part of our life and culture in many societies, providing food, livelihood, and stories that shape communities. Rivers have been witnesses to birth, destruction, and rebirth through time immemorial. In this poem, too, river witnesses the growth, decline of friendship, and also the personal growth of the monkey. Each group created a tree where the trunk displayed the main lesson of the poem. On cutout of leaves, we wrote some simple real life examples of how we could be brave and wise, such as saying no if something feels unsafe. Some responses were also written in Bengali, reflecting our language, diversity, and respect for our mother language. The groups then assembled their trees with branches, leaves and creative titles and presented the noble trees by reading and explaining the ideas written on the leaves. This project helped us connect literature with real-life values while encouraging creativity, discussion, and thoughtful decision-making. It also helped us understand that poems are not just for reading. They teach us important life lessons that we can follow every day. Just like the monk in the poem, we learned that wisdom and presence of mind can help us stay safe and make the right choices in life. We also completed a short exercise to understand and reflect on what we had learned through the poem and the project. For information technology, we integrated our learning from English and Bangla and created a moral tree using Canva. The trunk shows the main moral and the leaves include real-life examples written in English and Bangla. We used the different templates, shapes, colors, and textiles in Canva to design our tree creatively and make it visually attractive. Through this integration, we learned how values from literature एनसीईआरटी की पुस्तक वीणा में दी गई कविता भारत हमें हमारे देश की सुंदरता और महानता के बारे में बताती है। इस कविता से प्रेरणा लेकर हमने भारत की चारों दिशाओं की नदियों पर एक परियोजना कार्य किया। इस कार्य को हमने भूगोल के पाठ लैंडफॉर्म्स एंड वाटर बॉडी से भी जोड़ा। इस तरह हमने हिंदी और भूगोल दोनों विषय साथ साथ सीखे। परियोजना शुरू करने से पहले अध्यापिका ने हमसे कुछ प्रश्न पूछे, जैसे नदियां किसानों और जानवरों की कैसे मदद करती है? अगर हम नदियों को गंदा करें तो क्या होगा? हमें नदियों की रक्षा क्यों करनी चाहिए? इन प्रश्नों से हमें समझ में आया कि नदियां हमारे जीवन में के लिए बहुत जरूरी है। इसके बाद अध्यापिका ने हमारी कक्षा को 4 समूहों में बांटा, उत्तर, दक्षिण, पूर्व और पश्चिम। हर समूह ने अपनी दिशा के नदियों के नाम खोजे और उनके बारे में जानकारी जुटाई। फिर मैम ने हमें 4 डिब्बे दिए, उनमें नदियों के नाम के अक्षर अलग अलग कागज पर लिखे थे। हमें जल्दी जल्दी सही नाम ढूंढकर फैब्रियानो शीट पर सुंदर से लिखना था। उस समय कक्षा में बहुत उत्साह था। फिर हमने मिलकर एक सुंदर गीत गाया, मेरा प्यारा भारत न्यारा भारत, और इसी विषय पर एक छोटा अनुच्छेद भी लिखा। अंत में हमें एक वर्कशीट दी गई, उसे हल करने में हमें बहुत मजा आया। इस तरह भारत कविता से जुड़ा यह परियोजना कार्य हमारे लिए बहुत ही मजेदार और सीखने वाला अनुभव रहा। For our history learning, we connected the idea of early civilizations with a visit to the Indian Museum focusing on the Egyptian garden. Before the visit, we discussed how many ancient civilizations developed near rivers because they provided water, fertile land for farming, and routes for travel and trade. At the museum, the exhibit helped us understand how life in ancient Egypt was closely linked to the Nile River. We observed artifacts and depictions that showed how the Nile supported farming and daily life, allowing settlements to grow into a powerful civilization. The visit helped us see that civilizations often develop where geography supports human life, turning what we learned in history into something we could observe and connect with more deeply. For our geography project, we used an atlas to identify different rivers of the world across various continents. The activity connected beautifully with the spirit of Beastly Tales from Here and There by Vikram Seth. Just as the poems in the book travel across different lands and cultures, our explorations of rivers also became a small journey across continents. We then played a memory game to learn and revise the names of 20 rivers across 4 continents: North America, South America, Africa, and Asia. The class was divided into groups, and each group worked on one continent. They were shown 5 rivers from that continent using
I can see
flashcards.
some of the class 3s talking and I'm very unhappy about this.
Divided into groups, and each group worked on one continent. They were shown 5 rivers from that continent using flashcards. We wrote down their names and located them in the atlas. At the end of the activity, each group shared the rivers they found so that the whole class could learn all the names of 20 rivers together. In this way, the classroom echoed the idea behind State's collection, where stories come from many parts of the world and are brought together in one place. The session concluded with a worksheet to assess our understanding and reinforce our learning, helping us remember not only the names of rivers but also the sense that geography, like literature, connects many different parts of the world into one shared story. We created a gratitude box and an affirmation calendar in our life skill class to understand the importance of being positive and thankful in our daily lives. While making them, we reflected on the many things we are grateful for and the positive thoughts that can inspire us each day. In the gratitude box, we placed small notes and coins to express our gratitude for our parents, teachers, friends, and the little joys that brighten our lives. Each note reminded us to appreciate the kindness and support we receive from the people around us. This activity helped us learn the values of gratitude, kindness, empathy, positivity, and self-awareness while encouraging us to appreciate the people and kindness in our lives. It encouraged us to focus on our blessings and spread positivity. Through this experience, we created a happy and caring classroom environment where everyone feels valued, respected, and appreciated. In our dance class, we began with improvisation based on emotions, nature, and movement. Students expressed different feelings and elements of nature through creative body movements. They were also introduced to various types of dance movements, including basic classical movements and the theoretical aspects. The session helped them understand expressions, posture, and rhythm in a simple and engaging way. Now, my friends will present a dance before you. What did you learn from this project? Collaborate with We learn to collaborate with each other and work with the team. Okay. We learned about communication skills. We learned to respect each other's opinion. We learned cooperation. Yes, friends, through this project, we learn teamwork, collaboration, and develop problem-solving skills. What did you enjoy the most while doing this project?
You already answered. Yes, okay, Ushnika, right? Ushnika? If somebody should give me a clap.
I enjoyed the science project when I was making the dustbin.
Yes, Ushnika, please answer. Wait, what did you want to say?
Say without the mic. You can be loud.
I enjoyed to work with my team.
Okay, great. Yes, anyone else?
I enjoyed to make the dustbin in the science project.
Please take, yes, because it's a source of distraction for my other children.
I enjoyed to write the moral in the English project.
Moral in the English project. Okay. Are you stretching or are you raising your hand?
I liked pasting pictures in math project. Yes, friends, we enjoyed many things like making the rangoli using shapes in maths project, creating a dustbin and learning waste segregation in the science project, recycling newspaper to make the noble tree in the English project, playing the memory game in the geography project, and also decorating the project. While doing this project, how did you share your ideas?
Okay, we take two responses. Yes? Yes, please. How did you share your ideas?
I share my ideas with to give somebody some work and
Okay, alright, yes. I think they've all answered. Ma'am, over there. Yes, over there. Emerald House.
I share my idea with giving my team pasting the squares and the rangoli in the maths project. Yes, friends. Our teachers grouped us into teams and we sat together and discussed the project. We also communicated through WhatsApp messages and Zoom calls. This helped us develop communication skills. Did you face any problem while working together? How did you overcome them?
Okay, yes. Yes, okay. He's one of the dancers, isn't it? Yes. What problem?
In making the dustbin for the science, we need some tape, but we don't have. So
We have to again and again stick it by the tape.
We needed tape. You needed tape, but you didn't have it.
Yes.
You needed glue, or you needed glue stick, which you didn't have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Okay, fine at your. Yes. All right. These are practical problems, but problems nevertheless. Yes. Yes.
I face problem during the project that I do not know the moral that I have to write.
Oh my. You didn't know the model that you had to write.
I was thinking.
Okay, all right.
So did you find out?
Did you ultimately find out?
Yes, I found.
So did somebody help you?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. That's the way it ought to be. You know, that's the idea of a team. That's why we make the team. You know, because there are children who know and there are children who don't know. So it's basically the work of those children who know to help those who have a problem, right? But the problem is solved. Okay? Great, wonderful. Okay, yes.
In the math project, I forgot to bring the chart paper.
So yes, of course, then it really is a big problem. It's a big problem. Completely, I agree. Okay, all right. Now we've opened a Pandora's box.
And we learned many new things and developed various skills. Thank you. On behalf of the students of Class 3, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Vice Principal Miss N. Ghosh for her constant support and innovative ideas that inspire us to think outside the box. Ma'am, your leadership continues to guide us towards excellence, and we are truly grateful. A big thank you to our dedicated teachers for their tireless efforts in shaping our mind and encouraging us to push our limits. Their guidance has been our strength. Finally, to our parents whose unwavering love and belief in us has been our biggest motivation. Thank you for always being there.
Okay, thank you children and thank you parents so much for taking the time out and coming, because all our efforts become worthwhile when you all are here, and it really means a lot. It seems like just yesterday that they had come up from class 2 and a year has passed. It's been a great year in school. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same thing about the world. Let us hope that the next year will be better for all of us, inside and outside school. So on that note, I would like to invite a few parents, whoever, if you can please come and share your thoughts. Feedback and, critical reviews, because if you want anything changed, any ideas next session, please feel free to write. So if anyone would come forward. Anyone, any one person? Nobody? Please.
A very good morning to all the teachers and the children. I'm very happy today to see their performance. And during all this session, I was just seeing how kids are learning so well with all these projects, madam. Because my daughter is Rajvi, so what happened? She was the leader of maths group. She came with a problem that, Mama, one of the child in the class, he was not doing anything. So I told her, see, you are a leader. You have to take everybody together. 4 people cannot do, 4 people will do. You have to take everybody together and get your work done. So when she went to the class day after, and she told me, Mama, I told him to come. You are the most important pillar of our team. You have to do it. It was a very smart move of her. And that really, I found it that this is the way you can, inculcate leadership qualities in children. And the entire project actually has made them very responsible towards their work. So thank you very much to all the teachers, especially the class teacher ma'am, for giving them opportunity, all these opportunity in this year. And we are very happy to be here today because this is the second last day of the session, class 3, 2025-26. So I'm very thankful to all of you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, parents. Thank you for coming. We have some exhibits here. Obviously, we can't put up all of them. Most of them have done great work. So, but we've put up some. So before leaving, please come and take a look. Come, parents.